Okay, so starting this one off, the first thing that we should notice is that all of our units are in architectural. So here we can see that we do have a width of the desk, and we do have the height of the desk, which is loaded here. It has a note at the bottom that tells me the sizes of each one of my handles. So all of these door handles that you see here are 4x4. And then it has a typical dimension of 2 inches from the top. So at all of these door handles, it should be 2 inches from the top. By it being typical, that gives me a huge benefit. So when I go to copy these, you will see that. Also, you can see that this desk is symmetric. So this side looks exactly like this side. That's another one of those huge benefits to say, okay, maybe I can get away with doing half of this and mirroring it to the other side. A couple other typicals that you do have around this drawing is going to be a 1-inch typical around each of your drawers. So when we create the drawers, that just tells me that an offset of 1 can be going around each of these, and that should fix all of those problems. So next, let's go ahead and switch over to AutoCAD and see how we're going to accomplish this. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is switch our units. The easiest way is to make sure that the word decimal appears down here at the bottom, and you can click the fly up and select the word architectural. If you don't have the word decimal here at the bottom, go ahead and select where it says customize, so the 3 bars there, and then you're going to go and put a check next to the words unit. Once you have that check there, you should see the word decimal. I'll select the fly up, and I'm going to choose architectural. Next, I'm going to create that rectangle that's along the top. That is 5 feet 5 inches by 1 inch. So let's go to rectangle. Okay, so I'll choose rectangle. Oh, not in the command yet. Okay, now choose rectangle. I'll select my first point here. And then I'm going to tell AutoCAD by using the rectangular method how long and how wide my desktop is. So in the X direction, I will type in 5 foot 5, comma 1. I don't have to put the inches marks behind it. If you want to, you can. It'll take it with and without them. Okay, so once you hit enter and zoom out a little bit, you'll see that you do have that desk area or the desktop created. Next, let's go ahead and put one of our sides on, and we'll refer back to the drawing to see if we can figure out the dimensions. Okay, so looking back at the drawing, we can see that the width is going to be 1 foot 2 inches. The height, we're going to have to add up 3 numbers. So if I have 4 inches, and then I have another 7 inches, that's 11. And then I have 1 foot 7 inches. I'm sorry, 1 foot 11. Okay, so as you can see that the height is 1 foot 11. And then we have a 1 inch offset on these sides. And I got that dimension from telling me that it's 1 foot 3 away from this edge. So that's how we're going to place our rectangle in to start 1/2 of our desk. Okay, so let's start with the rectangle. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to zoom out a little bit more, and I'm going to touch this endpoint. And then I'm just going to move my mouse all the way over to here to where I get the green tracking. Once you get the tracking, type in 1, enter. And now I'm able to set up my rectangle. So remember that the top width of this is 1 foot 2 inches, comma. Now remember, we want this to come down, so this has to be a negative number. So negative 1 foot 11. And now you're going to see that that rectangle should appear in the correct location. Let's go ahead and offset this to the inside, a distance of 1. So I'll choose offset, type in my distance, and then select the object I want to offset and make sure that you click on the inside. Let's go ahead and deal with the drawers on each one of these. And on the drawing it tells me that each one of these top ones are going to be 5 inches. So instead of using the regular offset, you can see that if I do that, the entire rectangle will be selected. I'll choose the construction line and offset, type in 5, and then I'm going to select the object I want to offset, which will be this line here, and I'll offset underneath. Then I'm going to select the line that I just created, and then I'll offset that also underneath. Then escape. There is a super quick command of trimming these off, although we can use the trim command. And I'll do it with the regular trim first, and then I'll show you the super speed way of doing it. So let's go trim. And what I like to do is remember that I'm using a 2021 version. If you're using any other version, you're going to have to hit the enter button to get you to go ahead and go into the trimming. So I'll start selecting this lines on the outside. And then I'll take away the little ones on the inside. And then escape. So now I have my drawers selected in here. I'm going to undo this real quick. So I'm just going to use a U enter. And then I'll show you the quick way. One of those hidden commands in AutoCAD is the EX trim, and you do have to type it in. If I select this rectangle and then click anywhere to the outside, you will see that it will trim away all of those lines rather quickly. Okay, the next thing I want to do is that I want to create a line that's 1 inch on the inside of here, and I want it to go straight up and down. So I'll start the line command. Remember that this offset is 1 inch, so I can touch this end point and come directly down to where it intersects here. And then I'll just go straight down. And it doesn't really matter the distance of this, but I like to make mine, let's keep it all the same. Let's make it 1 foot. So just type in 12. Next I'm going to rotate this to get that 75 degrees. So this is at a 90 degrees, and 90 minus 75 will give me 15, so I need to rotate this 15 degrees. So I'll choose rotate. Select the line, and now it's asking me for the base point of where I want this to rotate from. I'll select this end point, and then I have to determine which direction I want to go. Remember, positive is in a counterclockwise rotation. This way I'm going clockwise, so it'll be a negative 15. Let's go ahead and offset this because the diameter is telling me that this is 1.5 inches. So I'll just use regular offset, 1.5. So I'll type in 1 minus 1 divided by 2. Enter. And then I want you to select your line and then select to the inside. Okay, the height of my desk is 2 feet 6. So I'm going to use the construction line offset again. So let's use construction line, offset, 2 foot 6. Select your top line, and then select anywhere below. Okay, so taking a look at this point, we're going to use a combine of the trim and extend method. Remember that if you're in the trim, you are also in extend as well. So I'll just start trimming off the lines I don't want. And if you hold down the shift button and select the top of this line, you're going to see it extend. So just one click on that line and then you can let go of the shift button. Go ahead and escape. Now I need to mirror this to the other side to get the location of my leg here. So let's choose mirror. Select these 3 lines. And then for my line of symmetry, I'm going to select this midpoint, and it can be any midpoint along this edge. So I'll select those 2 midpoints, and in this case I'm going to answer no to the question simply by hitting enter. Let's go ahead and put our handles on. Remember that our handles has a distance of 4 by 1. So let's just create a rectangle. Locate it here. The X direction is first, so 4, 1. Let's place this handle at that midpoint. So I'm going to move it. This handle. Once you're done selecting your handle, remember to hit the Enter button to go to the next step. Select midpoint and then click on that midpoint. Now we can choose to move all of these in one time. So I can copy this one in multiple spots and then move them all down the same distance together. Or I can move this one down and copy them all. So I think I'll just go ahead and copy all of these and put them in the same location and then move them down. So let's go to Copy, select just your handle, and then select the Enter button to get you to the next step. My base point is going to be at this endpoint, and then I'll click this endpoint and this endpoint. And then escape out of the command. Let's go to Move, and let's select these 3 rectangles that we created. Once you're done selecting, hit Enter. Your base point can be anywhere you want since I'm moving this all at a distance, so I'll select somewhere here. Make sure that you're going down, so if you have your polar tracking on, you're getting a green line. If you want to use the ortho, just switch to ortho, and this will ensure that you're going straight down. Coming down this direction, and kind of not to pay any attention to what's happening to those rectangles. Long as I'm going this direction, I can type in 2, Enter. Okay, so we have half of our drawer created. Let's go ahead and put all of this on the that side. I'll choose Mirror, and I'm going to use a crossing window. So I'm going to select one click here, and remember that I'm using the blue one. The blue window is everything that is enclosed will be selected. And I'll click here. Once I'm done selecting the objects, Enter. I'll select this midpoint to that midpoint, and then Enter. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to offset this down a distance of 4. And remember that I can't use regular offset because these are polylines or rectangles, and it's going to offset the entire rectangle. So I'll choose Construction Line, Offset, type in the distance, which is 4, Enter, select this bottom line, and then click below. Next thing I'm going to do is go back to that command. So Construction Line, Offset, 12, Enter. Then I'm going to offset the line that I just selected here. Then Escape. Let's go ahead and trim these lines off. So I'll use Trim. And this time I will select Cutting Edges. So in your command line, select the word Cutting Edge. Select this rectangle and that rectangle, and then hit Enter. And what this is going to allow me to do is have me not click so much. So I'll select the lines here on the outside. And then if I select the line here on the inside, you'll see immediately it goes through all those smaller trim points. Escape. Last thing I need to do is put my handle that's located here. So I'll choose Copy. Select this handle, Enter. The base point will be at this midpoint. So click there, and then place it at this midpoint, and click there. Escape. Let's go ahead and zoom the extents. Zoom out a little bit. Okay, I hope you enjoyed watching the creation of this desk, and thanks for watching.